and the agent and his agent arranged a meeting for us, and we hit it off because he really liked my script. I ended up writing a bunch of projects with him and for him, and he could get into rooms, man. Like, and he's like, you know what? You're really funny, man. You like every time we're pitching, like you should do stand up. And I was like, I've always thought about it. I'm like, can you get me in your rooms? He's like, no, man, you got to like do open mic and come up on your own. Then I'll put you in my rooms. And he did. Like, he had access, man. Like, we wrote a pilot that was being developed by Adam Sandler's company, Happy Madison.
Happy Madison, yeah.
Yeah, so I go to like Sony, walk in there, like you circle your meal that you want, brought to you for lunch. Like, I still have my drive-on passes. It's a great little lifestyle.
Wow.
We did a pilot for Fuel. And anyway, the writer's strike hit during the Sandler one, so we couldn't do that anymore. And that sucked. But, I got a movie made that I co-wrote with my buddy Paul called The Boys and Girls Guide to Getting Down, an instructional guide on how to party in Los Angeles. I played the role of Greg, a role I feel I was born for. Wrote myself into a scene where I snort a fake line of blow off a chick's nipple and make out with her.
Now, tell me the truth. Was it really fake blow or was it...
Vitamin B12.
No, come on, really?
Yeah, because you got to do 5 takes. You're either going to have a heart attack or you're at least going to fuck up every single subsequent take because you're going to be all high. And then, like, the mucus is dripping down your back of your throat and you're trying to make out. It's like, it burns, but my hair and nails were amazing the following weeks.
I bet they were. I bet they were. You're, like, throwing ropes out, probably.
Oh, shooting ropes.
Yeah. So no, honestly, all of the movies that you made and everything, every drug that was ever made, you never did a real drug on set at all?
Nope.
Wow.
Not on camera. All right, there was one. The way I met Paul, who I did the Boys and Girls Guide with, he was doing a pilot game show called Rehab, where it was all about drug culture and doing drugs, and if you won, you could actually get a free trip to rehab.
No way.
Yeah, so I went and I became a contestant on it. Like, he had great challenges. He's like, here we are. He's British. Like, he's like, now we're going to play a game called Hide the Blow. And he hired this retired cop to come, and he gave you blow, and you had like 30 seconds to hide it in your car somewhere, and the cop had 1 minute to find it.
No way.
Yeah, and so like I took the blow and I hid it under like this just tons of fucking change that I had, and like he fucking found it immediately.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh man, I struck out. But
Busted.
Then yeah, so me and this guy like became friends. I was writing him jokes like during this pilot shoot, and we were doing blow on camera. Like real shit.
You were actually doing blow. Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So,
during a rehab game show.
Rehab game show. That's actually a pretty ingenious idea.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, Paul's
but he was the one you had a falling out with. Is that
no,
why he was?
The other guy.
Okay.
I didn't want to say his name.
No, you don't. You don't even need to bring up his name.
But we had a falling out. Yeah, like basically, like I had it was a prank show, which I hate prank shows, but like, they're mean spirited. But I tried to write like like good-hearted pranks that were funny and complex. Like kind of like Trigger Happy TV did. I'm like anti-Jackass. I'm more Trigger Happy TV.
Gotcha.
And, I would write things like, like we wanted to do a thing about personal space where, like you're on an escalator and somebody puts their foot, on the step that you're on, or, their face is in your ass. Like, it's like back off a little bit. Or you're at a urinal and somebody takes a urinal right next to you when there's like 8 available.
Right.
You're at the movie theater during the day. They sit in your row. And so, like, I wanted to introduce this while he's explaining all this stuff, and the camera moves in, hits him in the head, the boom hits him in the head, the camera pulls back to reveal he's in the most personal of spaces. A doctor is about to give him a rectal exam, while he's setting up this thing, and then, like, this dude comes into the room with a saxophone, throws his case down, and starts collecting change and playing Baker Street. Like, people are going by in wheelchairs, backing up, nurses are throwing change. Like, it's the most... And they're like, yeah, that's pretty good, but... how about just like a dick tap? The producer, I'm like, what are you talking about? I just gave you something where if you're watching that on TV, flipping through the channels, you're going to have a fucking stroke. Yeah. And you're going to sit there and watch the rest of that show. You want to do a dick tap? Jackass was already made, and there were so many like things like that. I'm just like, you know what? Take my name off this. And I'm broke at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even want to do this show anymore. I hate pranks, first of all, and like they were just
childish,
blowing everything down to stupid shit.
Just childish pranks.
Yeah, and so the star of the show, the comedian, freaked out on me. Freaked out. Said I was like nuts. He was going to have me banned from the Comedy Store and the Improv, and he called the cops on me and sent them to my house. Like all this shit, man. Like
wow.
And like this is from a guy who's like former girlfriend and former best friend each got a restraining order against him because like that lets you know like how stable he is. And and so I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I mean, but this guy got me in rooms, like literally. I did a show one night where I was hosting at the Improv on a Wednesday. I have my 7 comedians, but it's Hollywood, so you get drop-ins.
Yeah.
My drop-ins that night, Bob Saget, Jeff Ross, Daniel Tosh, Dane Cook, and Aziz Ansari.
No way.
Yeah,
really?
and I'm on stage with these guys, like introducing them and shit. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so the kid has access, but
he was just a jackass.
he's knucking futz, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Gotcha.
Anyway, check out my book, This Comic Kills, Confessions of a Hack Comedian. And there's a character in there that is based on this guy.
We'll have to drop a little ad in for that book, too, because it's a great book. It's actually a great... I don't want to... I probably shouldn't say, but I read it while I'm on the toilet.
No, it's great bathroom reading. All I want to know is, like the way you can give me props is, do your legs go numb or not?
Yeah, my legs have definitely been numb a couple times.
Then I know it's a solid C+.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly. So Aspen, bartending in Aspen.
Yeah, I had to escape from L.A., went to Aspen.
What made you just choose Aspen? You just pick a plot on a map, kind of point?
No, Jesse the Manimal from episodes 1, 2, 3.
Yes, yeah.
He was living there because he was like a skier, and he's like, yeah, just come out here. I'll take care of you. I'll help you out, and we'll give you a place to stay. We'll get you a job.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I remembered that after puking my guts out at my aunt's 4th of July party. I was laying on the lawn. It was like a crime scene, too. I was so fucked up. I was puking everywhere. My dogs were eating the puke. Everybody got up and just kind of left me in my own space. It was like a fucking disgusting crime scene. And in that moment, I'm puking. My dog's eating my puke. And I'm like, I can go to Aspen.
So that just made up your mind?
That's what I decided. Blades of grass going up my nose and in my ear.
Oh my God.
And for whatever reason, a better life in Aspen had occurred to me in that very moment.
Yeah. How long were you in Aspen for?
3 years.
3 years.
Which is 9 regular years.
That's like 21 dog years.
Oh my God. I don't know how people do it, man. The people that have been there forever, I don't know how they do it.
I've seen these kind of deals.
I love Aspen. Everybody there is fucking super nice. But for me and my proclivities, it's not the best environment for me.
So what you're saying is I definitely should move to Aspen.
You shouldn't go anywhere near Aspen.
Yeah, I should never be anywhere near Aspen.
Nowhere near it.
So what brought you to Denver then? Let's go ahead and kind of wrap it up with where did you so from Aspen you just said, hey, well, I'm going to go to Denver then? Or?
Pretty much because, all right, so when you live in LA and you live in Hollywood or whatever and then you move to the Valley, it's over.
You're over. You're done.
You're done. You're never going to see your friends again. You live in the Valley. It's over.
Gotcha.
So in Aspen, there's I lived right in town, right at the S curve where you drive in.
Oh, I know the S curve.
My lease was up. The anesthesiologist who owned the condo decided to sell, and me and my roommates had to find a new place. I couldn't find anywhere that would take dogs. I had just broken up with my 23-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, 23 again.
The hotel where I worked was on its annual 6-week mud season closure.
Yep.
So I didn't have to do anything for 6 weeks. And the only place I could find was beyond the roundabout, which is before the S-curve. And so when you go beyond the roundabout, you're referred to as DVT, Down Valley Trash, which is essentially the same thing as moving to the Valley if you were in Hollywood. So if I have to go beyond the roundabout, I might as well just go to Denver. Plus, I needed a city, and so I did it.
So that's how you decided to go to Denver, was just because you didn't want to be a DVT.
I didn't want to be, beyond the roundabout. I might as well go all the way to Denver. Otherwise, I'm going to disappear anyway.
That's funny.
As Mike Tyson would say, I was just going to fade into Bolivian.
So, when you got to Denver, did you have a job set up already as a bartender, or did you have to look around?
No, I did. I had a job set up with this guy that I worked with at the J Bar at the Hotel Jerome, and it was to manage a bar at a new restaurant, and it sucked out loud. It was $40 a night. I was like, oh God, I can't do this.
Oh my God, especially after coming from Aspen money.
Oh God, Aspen money was so great, and I gotta tell you, the cost of living in Denver is on point with Aspen's.
Yeah,
and you don't make Aspen money. And Denver is the worst tipping city I've ever worked in.
It honestly is. It's been getting worse too, I would think.
Yeah,
probably.
I just feel because nobody. It's really young, and none of these young people have worked in the service industry. And I feel like Israel makes everybody do a year in the army. We should make everybody do a year in a restaurant, and so they get it. You know what I mean?
Part of your college tuition or your college credit, I guess.
Part of your like requirement to vote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you have to do
like a year in the service industry or 6, like even a semester maybe.
Like in Aspen, I don't think you can vote locally until you have a DUI. Just kidding, Aspen.
Whoa,
I love you guys.
Whoa. So yeah. I mean, yeah, that's I definitely see that with Denver. You know, I mean, especially coming from LA where it's great money as a bartender. You know, Aspen, great money. And then you come to Denver and you're making, $40 a night.
I'm like, thanks for that $3 on your $71 tab, Brock. Fucking step on your neck.
Right, exactly. So, that was basically your whole life.
Yeah, there's my whole resume. Nothing like a blow-by-blow version of how I've wasted my life, but there you go.
There you go. Well, hopefully here you are making a podcast.
Yeah, I got a podcast. Hopefully it's interesting to people. I don't know.
I think this was a pretty good one. We'll have to see. And I think, I think the new podcast that you're getting ready to launch, well, I'm going to plug that a little bit for you.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. But just stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned.
There's something on the back burner.
We are working on something on the back burner, but maybe you might be able to see Greg in a wig at some point. Who knows? Maybe he'll throw some pictures up on the website, something like that.
So what am I doing? A picture of me with the long hair and then a clip of the band.
The band, yeah. We need to hear some gypsy groove. Maybe they used to do the intro instead of the dun 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 dun. You want the behind bars. Yeah, we want like a little bit of gypsy groove to maybe kick off this.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah. So.
On the outro, we'll do that on the outro.
There we go. So,
or maybe not. I got to figure out how to do it. I'm kind of a computer illiterate idiot. So
we'll get you dialed in, buddy. We'll get you dialed in. So, well, Greg, thanks for being here tonight with me. I appreciate
you, Buck.
it. You bet. And everyone, have a great time. Thanks for listening, and keep the listens coming.
Well, it's last call, so let me give you a tip. Don't forget to listen to the outtakes. Oh, and instead of the theme song, we're going to go out on a Gypsy Groove song called Gypsy Groove. We really stretched the creative muscles on that title. Folks, it's been a blast. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And a call to my fellow booze slingers. Send in your stories to cocktales@gmail.com. You can remain anonymous if you'd like. Thanks for listening, subscribing, downloading, and spreading the word. Don't be afraid to give me a good review, even if you're lying. If you want to support the podcast, check it out on Patreon. I don't have any extra shit there, but I'll happily accept donations. Worth a try. We'll see you next time on Behind Bars, Cocktails, and Wasted Nights. Cheers! And I literally binge listened. Fuck. We attempted this on Buck's birthday. And as Sherry, oh my god. And one hound. Shake the ever-living. Oh my god. What all did we get? Well.
Oh, wow.
We picked up
a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, we got some cocaine.
A little bit of ecstasy.
Some ecstasy.
A little bit of
ketamine.
Ketamine, yes.
They were out of the penis envy mushrooms, so we didn't get those.
And I am going to...
Go ahead. Keep going.
No.
No. What were you saying? Time out. Hold on.
Nope.
Fuzzy chicken.
New rock hard band that's going to be fucking way...
The rock hard band? The hard rock band? The rock hard band.
Hey... Where's the straw?
Buck just double-barreled a fucking straw in each nostril.